You know, am I too close to this guy? Probably not, because I'm wearing the best set of armor you can make in Minecraft 1.21. Ooh, and I was right. However, we should probably run away before he kills us anyways. Howdy folks, my name is Speaker4, and this is how to enchant a full set of netherite god armor. I should probably get out of here before he wreaks too much more damage on this village. So, why don't you subscribe? Now, God Armor is defined as a set of Minecraft armor that has stacked protections on it, and unfortunately, it's no longer available in the current version of Minecraft. In fact, it hasn't been available since 1.14. However, there is a way to get it, and I'm going to show you how. The only problem is it is a little bit game manipulative, so if you don't want to do that and want to stick completely to vanilla, I'm going to show you how to make the best set of armor you can make in Minecraft 1.21 first. Now, this armor set right here is the best set of armor you can have in Minecraft, and just because it doesn't have stack protections doesn't mean it isn't strong. It can protect you from point blank explosions, 100 block heights, and really long swims in lava. So how do you make it? Well, that is easy enough, and it all starts with the netherite smithing template. Now, netherite isn't the same as it used to be. For the last couple versions, you get netherite by taking a netherite smithing template, a netherite ingot, and a diamond piece of armor, and combining them all in a smithing table, which gives you a piece of netherite. Now, netherite smithing templates can be duplicated, however, they can only be found in bastions in the nether. However, I believe you are assured to find at least a single smithing template in every bastion. Upgrading to netherite isn't the only thing that smithing tables can do now in the latest version of Minecraft. You can actually add cool designs, such as this one, to your armor. Now, this, if you want to know this specific design, it works the same way as the netherite smithing template. You simply take the smithing template, in this case I'm using all shaper except for the chest plate, which is using rib, and you simply apply it to the armor along with a valuable gem of your choice. This can be redstone, diamond, gold, lapis, anything. I just particularly like the look of diamond, so that is what I tend to do. Looks snazzy, doesn't it? Now let's get on to the enchantments. Now, the best set of armor has to start somewhere, and we're starting with the helmet. And the enchantments the helmet gets starts with a book that's going to go on every single piece of armor we have here. This book has Protection 4, Thorns 3, Unbreaking 3, and Mending. Protection 4, which protects you, Thorns, which does damage when something attacks you, Unbreaking, which reduces the amount of durability damage you take, and Mending, which heals that durability damage with XP. Now, I will say if you're going to be doing a lot of villager cycling with zombies, you probably don't want Thorns, and you also probably don't want it if you're going to be doing a lot of combat, because it'll break down your durability too quickly. However, for just a base set, this is what we want on every piece. Now, in addition to the base set, we're also going to add 2 more books. Aqua Affinity, which allows you to break blocks underwater as if you were above water, and a Respiration 3, which allows you to breathe underwater a substantially longer time. Now, I know what you're thinking, hey Speaker, how can I get all these enchantments on my helmet without getting that pesky little too expensive notification? And the answer is simple. There is a website right here, which I've linked down below, which allows you to select the enchantments you want on a piece of gear and gives you a detailed list of what enchantments to put in what order and how to do it with the least amount of XP. This is one of my favorite Minecraft-based websites, and I've linked it down below for you. Now, moving on to the chest plate, unfortunately, there isn't anything special to put on it, so we're simply going to put Protection 4, Thorns 3, Unbreaking 3, and Mending. Now, the chest plate is actually one of the best pieces because it takes the most damage. And despite what a lot of people think, it actually is necessary to have protection on every piece. It does stack up to a certain percentage, negating a certain amount of damage. Moving on to the netherite leggings, we have the standard Protection 4, Thorns 3, Unbreaking 3, and Mending. However, we're also going to add Swift Sneak 3. This is an enchantment that can only be found in the ancient cities and allows you to sneak, well, swifter. A lot swifter than I'm doing now. It's one of my favorite enchantments when it comes to building and actually a little bit of combat too, and is super necessary on your leggings. Now, however, we move on to the most expensive and most enchanted piece in our arsenal. The netherite boots. Now, like all the other pieces of armor, the netherite boots get Protection 4, Thorns 3, Unbreaking 3, and Mending. However, it also gets 3 more enchantments. Soul Speed 3, which allows you to move very quickly on soul sand and soul soil, which is handy in the nether. Feather Falling 4, which allows you to fall from heights of hundreds of blocks without killing yourself. And of course, last but certainly not least, Depth Strider 3, which allows you to move as if you were sprinting in the water. Now, I know what you're thinking, hey speaker, isn't there some more enchantments on the boots? Yes, there is. There's an enchantment called Frostwalker, which goes on your boots. However, it is not compatible with Depth Strider, and I think Depth Strider is a lot more useful, seeing as it allows you to move in the water rather than just on top of it, and it doesn't break redstone contraptions like Frostwalker can. Now, that is the best set of armor you can get in Minecraft 1.21, but what if you want to go further? What if you want to get even stronger? Well, for that, we need to do a little bit of game manipulation. So folks, this is how you make true stacked god armor in Minecraft 1.21, and it starts with starting a Minecraft 1.14 world. Fair warning, this is only possible in Java and requires you to do a little bit of game manipulation, which can result in corrupted worlds, so take this with a grain of salt. Now, this starts with starting a 1.14 world, and you can do this by going to your launcher and clicking on 1.14. Now, from here, you're going to want to find a world with either a village very close to spawn, preferably in a plains biome, so that when you update, it doesn't change the biome too much. And you also want to keep your render distance very low. I would recommend only 4 or 5 chunks. This is because the more area of the world you load, the more it's going to change in future versions. So you want to keep that area as small as possible. Now, while you're in 1.14, you're going to start trading with villagers, and you're going to get this list of enchantments here. That just includes blast protection, fire protection, projectile protection, and normal protection, because these will all stack in this version of Minecraft, giving you a lot higher defense. You're going to add this to your piece of armor, as well as mending, unbreaking, and thorns. I would advise getting an XP farm to do this, to make this a little bit easier, because it's going to require a lot of levels. Luckily, the website I showed you earlier also has a way to let you stack protections. So once you have a set of god armor, minus the later game version enchantments, what you're going to do is you're going to slowly upgrade this world, one version at a time, to the next version of Minecraft. So from 1.14, you're going to go to 1.15, open the world, wait a couple minutes, close it, go to 1.16, open the world, wait a couple minutes, close it, go to 1.17. For the record, this is the version where if it's going to corrupt, it probably will. That was scary. However, I do still have all the stack protection in 1.18, so let's continue. And repeat that all the way up to 1.21. There's 1.19, 1.20, and finally, 1.21. And here we are in the latest version of the game with shaders and all the new world gen and everything with 1.14 god armor. Like I said, it's a little bit manipulative, but man, does it work. All we have to do now is change this to netherite and add on the 1 or 2 enchantments that we're missing, like soul speed and swift sneak. Now, you may see a little bit of scuffed generation thanks to the change in world generation, such as world height and world depth. However, if you do this carefully, you should now have stacked god armor in Minecraft 1.21. Now, if you're worried about corrupting a world, I would advise taking a backup between each and every version change. This is easy to do simply by hitting edit and selecting make backup. And if you've done it right, you now have stacked god armor in your Minecraft 1.20 world. Folks, I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it's been useful for you. If you have, please consider subscribing if you want to support the channel, or simply liking the video. I apologize for any odd sounds you may have heard in the background. I just recently got a new kitten. Here's a picture of him here. So if you enjoyed this video, I think you'll enjoy this one right here. Folks, I've been Speaker 4, and I will catch you on the flip side. By the way, I do have links for a Palestine relief fund in the bio, as well as an Apex hosting site, which is an affiliate link if you want to help support the channel by getting a Minecraft server. All right, later.